Once again, Christchurch is waking up this morning to the damage caused by yesterday's aftershocks. It'll be another day of the new normal. No school, liquefaction, damaged homes and fear of more aftershocks striking again. It's not only rattled Christchurch physically but also mentally. How will the city survive this one? We cross now to Hilary Barry in Christchurch. She's with Mayor Bob Parker. Hilary.
Thanks, Samantha. And yes, with me is Christchurch Mayor Bob Parker, and it must feel like deja vu this morning. You're getting up, back to liquefaction, back to getting your city back together.
Fraction too much liquefaction, all right, and a rough night for everybody. We were all shaken through the night. Well, you would have known that, with a real doozy at around 3 a.m. this morning, which I think was the end of sleep for most people. So we're waking up to a city today where we've taken another step backwards again, and it is deja vu, and it's not a good feeling, but a lot's been happening overnight. So we've got water back on to 75% of the city. It's a good step up. The problem areas really around in the Sumner and the hillside suburbs, a lack of pressure. We'll be working on that throughout the day. So we've got a water tanker out there for anyone around the Sumner side. That's over by the end of the causeway, and locals will know where that is. We've got another one out in Wainoni on Breezes Road, so you can get some emergency water supplies. Can't give you the latest update on power. We haven't got that info in yet this morning, but they were setting a target overnight of around 20% of people still without power, but 75% of the city on.
And have you got some indication that power will be on fairly quickly?
Well, the guys at Orion thought yesterday they could get power on to most of the city by the end of today, so that'll be their stretch target. They'll be working toward that, and we're pretty positive about that. Now, the roading this morning is really one of the issues, and you were saying before, I wonder how many people will go to work today.
That's right.
I think for a lot of people, they'll make that decision to stay with the kids, and the schools not being open should mean that traffic in the city is a lot better than it was yesterday afternoon. It was absolute chaos because we had bridges out all over the city. But at this stage, there are just now 2 bridges out. We've got the old Waimak bridge, which is not too much of an issue for people because you can jump on the motorway bridge and get across the Waimak. But let me just check. I think it was Gayhurst that they were saying. Gayhurst Road Bridge. That's still out this morning. So those are the only bridges. That makes a big difference. But with all the liquefaction on the roads and some of those very dramatic sinkholes that have opened up in sort of random places over the city. So just keep an eye out for the orange cones. Drive slowly. Very, very careful on the roads.
And I guess stay off the roads unless you really have to travel.
Yeah, I was just thinking, actually, saying drive slowly is pretty blimmin' stupid, frankly, because the condition of the roads at the moment is such that you don't want to drive in any other way. I've got some street closures. Can I just whiz through those?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really, really quickly. Clifton Road, main road through to Turawira. Wakefield Street, Wiggins to Dryden. New Brighton Road, Avondale East, going along the river. Taylor's Mistake, which is where the big quake, the first one, the 5.5, was just off Taylor's Mistake yesterday. That road is closed. Evans Pass Road, that one is closed up above the Somervale Street in Littleton, so you can't get over that way, but the tunnel is open. Cunningham Terrace in Littleton, Ticehurst Road, Ross Terrace, Heberdean Ave and Ocean View Terrace. So they're not, by and large, apart from Evans, say, most of the main roads are open, but they're going to be slow today, so you've got to plan that. And as you very wisely said, don't go on the roads if you don't have to, because we need those to get our services out. And we'll have crews out in the east today starting the clean up again.
Well, this is the heartbreaking thing, isn't it? Those poor people out in the eastern suburbs have just been hit so badly again. What's morale like out there?
Well, morale, it's amazingly good, but this time people have kind of got to the, well, it's, this is it for me. But, I know Cantabs and Christchurch people pretty well, and we've got a sunny day, and we'll get a couple of days down the track, and, a lot of us will start to feel a bit better about it. It is the clean-up. It is, oh, my God, we've just got to go back and clean this place up again. And the liquefaction's popped up all over the city. We've got places down the road here up in Merivale. We've got them parts of the inner city again. I saw a lot of liquefaction around where my bunker is, and it's heartbreaking. You're absolutely right, and like a lot of people, I couldn't sleep, so I was listening to talkback overnight and listening to the tales of people across our city, and you just get two thoughts. The first one is, I don't know how we've made it this far. That's the first thing, and we have. And we know that we'll pick ourselves up and move on again. You know, this stuff will pass. But just to get back out there and start the clean-up again, it is heartbreaking stuff. And, of course, the Student Army will be studying today.
They will be. But plenty of council workers to get out there and help make things better.
Well, look, our guys are beginning out to focus on the roads. I'm going to tell you one story, if I can, about someone who came in yesterday. This is a great story. They came in on a jet, and they landed at Christchurch Airport, and they were just taxiing in when the 6 hit, and not a local said, oh, I suppose this is one of those nor'westers, and the local said, no, this is one of those bloody earthquakes.
If only it was the nor'wester.
Yeah, wouldn't that have been good?
Christchurch Mayor Bob Parker, thank you so much for your time.
Okay.
Showing the great resilience and humour still of Cantabrians, which is quite remarkable given the circumstances. Back to you, Sam.